The end of the world storm is coming. You know, the biblical stuff. Welcome to Shut Eye Theater, and I had a crazy dream where my family and I knew about the end of the world, and that it was coming. You know, all the stuff in the Bible that talks about the great storms and everything that's going to happen at the end of the world. We knew exactly when, so we got ready. You see, we built an RV. We made it look like just any RV you could go buy off of a lot. The only difference was this was one of those really long ones with the bendy middles. You know, you kind of need a Class A license to drive. And it looked like any regular RV. Nice, whatnot. But this thing was bunker-proof. This thing could handle itself and is mobile. It could bolt down to the ground, handle any force of wind, take any force of any storm that could be thrown at it. It was a beast. My father and I also worked on another vehicle, the kind that could, well, be a mobile, modern kind of home, but form of a bunker that could keep you safe. This thing could fly, could get to places, but is also designed to handle any storm as well, where if you're on the inside of it, even during its flight, you'd be safe. Every single passenger pod in it was padded so that even if you got shooken up by a storm, you'd be pretty much okay. Now, both of these, we made them very you wouldn't suspect these vehicles if you looked at them on the outside. But once you got inside, that's where the high-end stuff was that we kind of secretly snuck in. High-tech, biometrics, and everything was protected from any form of electrical surge that could ever happen so that this thing could survive even a nuke. We had been ready. And then the storm was coming. We could see it. We could see it coming in the distant building up. It looked like any normal storm, but you could feel it right in here. Something was wrong. And he knew it. So we started running. Got everyone in the car. Started heading that way. But as we were getting near there, we saw everyone else. People we knew on the roads. We knew they were in trouble. And we couldn't just let the storm hit them. So we came up with a plan. We went, got all the way there. I went inside the mobile home. A little bit about this thing. Pretty nice on the inside. The outside looked like kind of a shack, but it's actually a pretty giant drone that I built with my father-in-law that this thing could fly anywhere. You would have never suspected it. The first door in, even though it looked like a normal door on the outside, was actually biometrically censored. You had to be coded in to be able to even get in. It wasn't your regular fingerprint and eye print. This thing was DNA. If you weren't in the system, you were not getting in. Once you get through the first door, then you got through the second door and the airlock door. And once you're inside, you're safe. Now, when we got to this bunker home, I went inside and I grabbed our hard drive that I was going to get to my father-in-law waiting in the car. Got it to him so that he could run off. Now, this hard drive was basically a backup of every single entertainment media on the internet. This thing was bigger than a Google Drive. Like, there's so much on there that even after the internet went down, we'd still have entertainment. So I grabbed that, got that to him, and then he was going to run off and tell as many people as he possibly could to bunker down in one area. I was going to grab the RV, back it up to the bunker house, get attached to it. This thing could attach to the RV. So that's what I did. Got in, backed it on up, got everything attached. Now this thing was very long, but I have a CDL license. I know how to handle things like this. So I drove over, got it wherever my father-in-law got everyone bunkered down. They were ready. The problem is they're all facing the storm. Hiding behind a building wouldn't be enough. The storm would blow down most things. We knew the best chance we had was using our own vehicle, this RV that we designed that was designed to be able to handle this. Now, this thing had other things hidden into it. You know how big trucks, cranes, and whatnot have those arms that swing out and go down on plates for extra stability? This thing had those. But on top of that, they had bolts that would drill down in as soon as those got out. Got that all set up right in front of all the people. So we basically had, well, really long vehicle blocking as many people as we could. We had them all stay in their cars so that way they had the protection of their car, but then our RV would take the blunt of the storm. The side of the RV had blast doors that were lowered down. Once again, the RV looked normal because of how we painted it. Those blast doors would be able to deflect the wind up and over all these people, and they'd be safe, at least for this first initial storm. Fortunately, we couldn't take everyone inside because we only built it big enough for our families. And so, after the storm, we got in, we're bunkered down for the rest of the reckoning. Crazy dream. Have you ever had a crazy dream of the end of the world like that? As you've noticed, I have a lot of dreams like that. Alien invasions, end of the world. I don't know what's going on with my brain when it comes to that. I guess I'm a doomsday thinker. I don't know. But it's a fun dream, being able to see kind of futuristic tech that is able to help design. I constantly am thinking about how to build things, and it's fun to see some things that I have thought about building in a dream about 3 or 4 step generations down the line of what I would think of. So kind of cool to see. Have you ever had a dream like that where something you have thought about in real life of trying to do ended up in a dream in a scenario that was 4 or 5 steps further than you would ever imagine it for? It's kind of fun. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had a dream like that. And until next time, sweet dreams.